This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Shanta. Shanta is an entertainer, but she also loves to be entertained, which is why she has Flo TV brought to her through Flo's 100% fiber to the home network. It's great for busy Shanta because she can control the time she watches her favorite shows, play back from the start in case she missed it, or even record with cloud video recording. And with her Flo services bundle, enjoys much more for much less. Visit any Flo retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Thursday, May the 19th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story, the island's largest public sector trade union is demanding a massive 23% pay rise for public servants for the period 2010 to 2015, and nearly as much for non-salaried workers following a meeting with an estimated 250 public officers yesterday afternoon. Acting General Secretary of the National Union of Public Workers, Delcia Burke, told the media that the union had asked the Frontier Stewart administration for a double-digit increase for the 3-year period ending 2013 and a single-digit rise for the remaining period up to the end of last year.
We are asking for an increase of 18% from 2010 to 2013 and a further 5% from 2014 to 2015. 13 to 2015.
Burke said the union will be writing the Ministry of the Civil Service today, requesting that negotiations start next week, failing which the leadership will return to its members to determine what action to take going forward. Meanwhile, the NUPW's Acting General Secretary also weighed in on today's so-called White March organized by the opposition Barbados Labour Party to protest what the BLP sees as the injustices being visited upon the country. She said while the union leaders could not sanction marches without the National Council's approval, public servants were in the mood to join the protest.
The NUPW's president nor the NUPW's General Secretary can call out public workers to march. That would have to be approved by the council of this union. But I think that the mood of the majority of the persons here is that they believe that injustices have been served on public servants and that they feel that they will want to march.
In related news, the opposition BLP is denying that today's march is about scoring cheap political points or making the country ungovernable. Instead, Public Relations Officer Inda Ware has reiterated the party's position that the protest march was being organized to demonstrate to a government that was out of order, out of control, out of connection with the population, that Barbadians were no longer prepared to tolerate its handling of the country's affairs. In a statement issued Tuesday, the ruling Democratic Labour Party wrongly condemned the march, which is scheduled for midday today from Parliament to Bay Street, just outside the office of the Prime Minister. In the wake of a highly publicized case of elderly abuse, there is a call for activities at this island's 64 nursing homes to be more closely monitored. Leading the call is outspoken pastor and government senator David Durant, who wants government to make it mandatory for nursing homes to be equipped with surveillance cameras. Durant, who is also chairman of the National Assistance Board, issued the call yesterday morning, a day after a disturbing video went viral of an elderly resident suffering abuse at the hands of her caregiver at the Roseville Home for the Elderly in Christchurch. Since then, Durant said that he has been bombarded with reports of elderly patients being ill-treated in one form or another by caregivers, including not being served nutritious meals. Now, the NAB chairman has pledged to personally investigate the reports, but he believes cameras would open the doors to better policing of the homes by the authorities.
One of the things I am going to recommend is that we legislate that all nursing homes must install cameras on a 24/7 basis, where we'll be able to monitor these kind of situations on a very regular basis. I think the installation of cameras will really help us.
A potential challenge to the leadership of Akani McDowell as president of the island's largest public sector union has been laid to rest, with McDowell remaining firmly in charge of the National Union of Public Workers. The union boss was facing a no-confidence motion over what some members said were his disrespect for staff, including General Secretary Roslyn Smith, and his leadership style. However, McDowell told reporters yesterday that he was informed by Smith that the motion had failed to attract the required number of signatures needed to see it through.
There weren't many signatures on it, and I want to thank all of the people who are in the public service who said to him, to Derek, that they were not willing to sign the no confidence motion. What I would like to say to my young public servants especially is that they have to be careful what they sign, because some of the people who signed would have called me subsequent to that and said to me that they did not understand that the motion that the paper was to remove me as president. So I want to just inform them that if they're going to sign anything, they must make sure that they're reading the document carefully before they sign. Signatures are important.
In sports now, off-spinner Sunil Narine and all-rounder Kyron Pollard, who have not played international cricket since November 2015, have been picked in West Indies' squad for the first tour matches of the upcoming Tri-Nations Series against Australia and South Africa, which starts from June the 3rd. West Indies squad reads Jason Holder captain, Suleiman Ben, Carlos Brathwaite, Darren Bravo, Jonathan Carter, Johnson Charles, Andre Fletcher, Shannon Gabriel, Sunil Narine, Ashley Nurse, Kyron Pollard, Danish Ramdin, Marlon Samuels, and Jerome Taylor.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados, the Caribbean's best-kept secret, comes to one of America's most progressive and innovative cities. Barbados comes to Atlanta. Team Barbados and the Consulate General of Barbados in Miami, in partnership with the Barbados Honorary Consulate in Atlanta, present Barbados Comes to Atlanta, showcasing Barbados businesses, investment opportunities, food, and culture. Join us the last weekend of May as Barbados celebrates 50 years of independence. The goal of Barbados Comes to Atlanta is to create business partnerships for the 21st century for sustainable growth in these key areas: tourism, education, healthcare, business, science, and technology. Some of the brightest young minds of Atlanta are developing proposals for these key areas. The winners will receive 2 round-trip tickets and a 1-week stay to meet with their industry counterparts in Barbados and enjoy this island paradise.
Long live life.
Long live life.
Long live life.
When the best of Atlanta meets the best of Barbados, just imagine the possibilities. May 26th through the 29th, Barbados Comes to Atlanta. Visit us at barbadoscomes2.org.
We're back with news from the region now. The Trinidad and Tobago government is proposing to change the 4 marriage statutes which regulate the various ages at which males and females can be married in the Twin Island Republic. A statement from the Office of the Prime Minister expressed concern that the ages of 12, 14, 16, and 18 at which persons are permitted to be married conflict with the age of consent to sexual activity as reflected in the Children Act 2012, which is 18. The government is worried that early marriage could expose a child to such challenges as decreased opportunity for education, serious health risks like premature pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections, high risk due to early pregnancy, and increased likelihood of being subjected to gender-based violence. On the international scene, an Egypt Air flight heading from Paris to Cairo disappeared last night from radar. The airline said the plane was flying at 37,000 feet when it disappeared before entering Egyptian airspace. A total of 69 people were on board, 59 passengers and 10 crew. No more information was available up to late last night. That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flo TV and Mix 96.9 FM. Have a fantastic day.